I don't know where all my t-shirts are going.
One you wore recently, or you went looking for one and it was
No,
gone?
like they're plain t-shirts. Like I've moved on from anything with like wording or anything. Like I just wear plain.
You're on the
t-shirts
Zuckerberg.
from a certain from a certain company, right?
The Bart Simpson. You just open your closet.
Exactly. And I'm trying to get. I've got black
t-shirts.
and I got white. That's it, right? I have a couple of different color ones, but I mostly just wear the black and white.
White man's burden.
It is. And I do laundry. Like everything is in house, right? Have a washer dryer in my apartment. Everything's in house. I hang dry them instead of like throwing them in the dryer because I want to preserve them and everything. I have maybe a third of the t-shirts I once had. And that I haven't gone anywhere with them. I come back, I go on a trip, I come back with just as many clothes as I left with.
We're talking about this because I was mentioning how Ethan lost his microphone when he went to Vegas, either because he brought it to Vegas or because he was packing for Vegas. So I have a weird, very related, but the opposite. So, it's a cliche, but people lose socks doing laundry, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say it was 3 months ago, I did a load of laundry and I had an unpaired sock. And that doesn't happen to me a whole lot, especially because I have the generic socks that kind of are all the same style that I bought like a 5 or 10 pack of, and those get repaired or whatever. But then I have the ones that are like, they're stance socks and they're actually a design. So it's pretty easy to match it up with its corresponding sock. And I like this pair of socks. And I was missing one. I was like, okay, that's weird. So I kept it and just put it off to the side. Yesterday, the partner came back.
From where?
Even better than that. I get home and the sock is on one of our dressers in the bedroom. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where has this been? And my girlfriend's like, yeah, it was on the bed.
It was on the bed.
So it has to be the dog.
Right.
The dog found it and brought it up on the bed. And she doesn't remember when during the day it happened. She's like, I was in and out. But at one point I came back and it was just sitting there on the bed.
Right.
That's fine. It's a colorful sock. So if it was in the dog's possession this whole time, I feel like we would have seen it. Or I feel like, I don't know, the apartment's been cleaned 3 or 4 times. Like, it would have come up. The dog
this was months of not having it?
3 months at least.
That's insane. On that same wavelength, last night I took Boogie outside and I looked down on the steps of the building and there was a black Nike sock that, I looked exactly like one of mine, right? But also it's a black Nike sock, so I'm sure I'm not the only person in the world that has these. But it's just sitting out there and I contemplated I said, okay, I know that's not mine. But I do miss socks every once. Like socks disappear, just like you're talking about. Should I pick this up and take it? Because I'm sure I have an unmatched black Nike sock that it would fit perfectly. And I didn't end up taking it, and it's gone this morning. And now I regret it. Because I think I don't know how that's possibly. I don't know how that's my sock, but I guarantee it's my sock.
You guys want to know how to never run into this problem ever again? Is you put your socks in a laundry bag.
No, I'm not. I'm not leaving that up to chance.
Revelation. Game-changing strategy.
I'm not
put
leaving
your laundry in a laundry hamper.
I'm not leaving. No,
in a laundry bag.
No, a bag, and then you throw it in the washer.
So all
and
of the socks are in the bag. So you're not you're not going to lose a single sock.
I believe
I have not lost a single sock since I started.
That's not the purpose of socks. You're supposed to be allow the socks sometimes to roam and free. Some of them decide to free themselves. You have to just let them have their moment. They're sentient.
If your sock truly loves you, you set it free and it'll come home. Yeah.
I like to think that Zach has a sock that he left in Japan. Like that's just floating around.
I probably left the one. So much in Japan,
and it made it all the way back to his doorstep.
Besides his soul,
yeah. Well, that was gone long before I went to Japan.
Yeah.
I believe in tradition. I believe in core tenets in life.
No.
And I will never, ever reduce myself to a laundry bag. No offense, Eden. That's not an attack on you. I'm saying
I understand.
We used to be a society of people who trudge through the snow uphill both ways. And I just think that eliminating missing socks from our lives, you might as well cut out oxygen.
You might as well throw out character building, any type of character building.
Exactly. Like, oh, now I'm just going to be a perfect person. That's what I'm going to strive to be. No, thank you.
I'm just going to have both of my socks all the time.
No. I want to look at a stray sock outside that could not possibly be mine and think, what if that is?
You know, I think I'll stop using the laundry bags.
I told Maze, I'm missing shirts. I'm missing t-shirts.
Oh, I've had that.
The washer dryer is right next to my bedroom.
Yeah, it's in house. You're not leaving the house.
Yeah, like I'm not taking them anywhere. I dry it on a drying rack because I don't put my t-shirts in a dryer.
But a laundry bag is too far. Got it.
Well, because it's not about losing them. It's about it'll tatter the shirts. They last longer if you just air dry them.
Yeah. Why are you going, Maze, so hard on the drying rack? That's as old as we used to never have dryers.
He just talked about walking uphill both ways in the snow.
Used to never have a dryer.
Well, I have a drying rack, so I don't want my shirts to tatter.
It's not preventing me from fucking losing t-shirts because I am losing t-shirts left and right. I'm probably down 10 t-shirts. There's nowhere they could be other than here. I've also lost a notebook that's very important to me. I'm losing shit left and right.
Better not be the CT5 notebook.
No,
that's going to be worth a lot of money someday.
Got that right here, buddy. That is right there. No, but it's worse. It's worse. It
didn't go into the washing machine, did it?
Well, I got to check that now. It's the notebook where I've outlined my entire Nicolas Cage book, and I cannot find it, and I don't know. And I don't really want to have to go through that process again because it took a long time, and I had it exactly how I wanted it.
Gotta find it.
I know. I'm just gonna spend a week tearing this place. I'm gonna literally take a week off of work and just tear this place apart and find it.
If you want to tear the place apart, I'm down to come over and ruin shit.
Yo,
Mo's gonna bring a sledgehammer.
I am going to.
We're demoing this wall, right? Open concept.
These motherfuckers and the building management at my place, a goddamn leak that has not been fixed in over a year. Leak in my sliding door, right? So it starts raining torrentially the other day. I'm about to go to Phoenix, and I'm walking around like it's literally 5 minutes. My Uber is on the way. I'm just grabbing last second stuff to throw in the suitcase. I step near the door, wet puddle. I look down, all this collected water, right? So I throw towels down, text to my building manager. And I'm just like, hey, I'm leaving out of town literally right now. I'm heading to the airport. This leak's here. I need someone to come fix it ASAP. Sorry, can't do it. What? Can't do it. We have to wait for it to stop raining. I'm like, it's the leak's inside. I can see where the leak is. It's inside, on the inside of this thing. Like, nope, sorry. Can't. It's not safe to work on it. I'm like, all right. Well,
they can't come put a bucket and collect the water for you at least. Or
she's like, well, just she's like, we can get to it next week when it stops raining. Just keep putting towels down. I said, I am going to the airport for the weekend. I will be back Sunday. There is no throughout the weekend.
By the way, it also didn't account for the fact that it was going to rain all the beginning of the next week.
Mm-hmm.
It was it wasn't like, Saturday was okay-ish. It could have worked on it, but it was going to rain all the,
Well, so that's the thing. So whatever. So I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, well, there's just going to be water collecting. Like these towels are only going to stop so much. Like there's just going to be water collecting. It's going to go all over the place. It's going to damage my stuff. And she's like, yeah, there's nothing we can do right now. I said, okay. I said, I'll just send you the bill for whatever gets damaged. And her response is, this motherfucker goes, well, that's what renter's insurance covers. And I said, yeah, I know, but I'm not going to go through them. I'm gonna send it to you guys. Like I'm
I'm gonna
so
send them
fucking fed
this
up.
this chain of text messages.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna take you to court.
She was like, "Call me." I'm like, "No, I'm getting all this on paper, like all this written down." And so finally, then the next day on Friday, so that was on Thursday. On Friday, she goes, "Hey, actually can get someone there to look at it. I don't know if they can fix it, but they can at least look at it on Saturday." I said, "Okay." Like, she's like, "We need permission to enter." I said, "Yep, you have permission to enter." Then she texts me later in the day, "Hey, my keys for your apartment don't work." And I said, "Well, I haven't changed the locks in the time that I've been here, so they should. You should have one." And she's like, "Yeah, they don't. Please provide me with a copy before the repair." I said, "Still out of town till Sunday. Not going to happen." I said, "But so I have two entrances, right? Like there's the front door entrance, and then in the kitchen, there's a kitchen door that leads out to the hallway of the building." I said, "We'll try the kitchen door with the keys because my keys don't work for that door. So I bet you your keys work for that door." She says, "Oh, sorry, I already left the building. Can't do it." What?
Well, she tried.
And then finally one came. When did we record Cinephobe? Wednesday?
Yeah.
That was the interruption we had on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Is two guys came to the apartment.
They walked through the swamp that is your living room.
Well, luckily, like, it's fine. Like, it was actually not that bad when I got back in terms of like water collected and everything. But I had to like go through that for like days of like putting towels down and whatever, drying towels constantly. And so, like, I got on the phone with another guy from the building management, and he's like, I was hot at that point. I was pissed. And so, like, I'm not yelling, but my voice is loud in this conversation. He goes, "Zach, I need you to lower your voice. I need you to not raise your voice to me. I don't do well when that happens."
It's the wrong thing to say to people like us.
I was like,
can't
"I'll
say
tell
that
you."
To an honest podcaster.
No, I said, "I'll tell you what. I'll lower my voice when the leak gets fixed." I said, "Then my voice will be as low as you want it to.
You'll never hear it." Yeah,
you'll never hear it. You'll never hear it. That's the thing. I'm like,
you should have said, "This is my well-being. This is how I make a living." Don't tell me how to take care of my voice. This is my job.
These guys come in, they look at it, they look at all this, like, there's like water damage on the ceiling. Like, you can see, like, this place is fucked, man. And so there's water damage. And so, like, I even saw them go like, "Oh no, like, this is going to be a project. Like, I got to get the fuck out of this building. I've got to get the fuck out of this building." And I would have moved by now, but it's hard to find a place in LA that has air, that has a parking spot that's covered, that has washer dryer in unit and takes dogs,
and a fridge,
and isn't $5,000 a month,
and leaks and steals your laundry.
Yes,
he's still gonna have that.
Welcome to the Friday mailbag. It's Friday. We've got Emily, Eden, Mo, and the honest fraudcaster Zach Harper with us, and we've got a limited amount of time here, so I'm assuming that Emily has to dip right back out. So we gotta sound the alarm. Wow. It's time for a karma update, folks.
Oh shit. This is the karma update. Yeah.
I know you've been waiting. I know you've been dying, wondering.
Karma.
Yeah, exactly. How overpriced is the sushi? How long does it take to get a ticket out there? How many times has Zach walked by and there's been music blasting at 9 p.m. with 3 people inside?
So funny enough, someone I know through Instagram posted a story the other day of she and her friends went to brunch at Karma, because Karma has brunch now. No sushi involved at brunch. She posted like, "Hey, we tried this new place. It took over 2 hours to get our food. The food was cold. It wasn't good. Blah blah." Like, just like all these complaints, right? And I like messaged her. I'm like, "Yo, this literally happened to me with like sushi the first night I went there." And like, explain the whole thing to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm never going back." I was like, "Yeah, you can. There's plenty of sushi places around. Like, you don't need to, right?" But the day before my birthday, posted a selfie or a screenshot, or I don't know what the fuck I posted. No, it wasn't really a thirst trap.
Okay.
No, Zach, I'll defend you. That was just an everyday post. Okay, not every picture of yourself is a thirst trap.
Like,
okay,
I can't help it.
I get accused of that constantly, and I'm like, I've never posted a thirst trap in my life.
He was hitting the angles.
Eden, don't ever defend Zach.
Eden, we are on the same
way. I will
wavelength.
die on this hill with Zach.
I can't help that I'm hot. Every picture's a thirst trap. I can't help it. Okay.
See, I think none of the pictures are thirst traps because thirst trap is about the intention behind the picture of the person.
That's why we're innocent here because we posted just to post it. Exactly.
Yeah, we're innocent.
Eden. He literally just said every one of his pictures is a thirst trap. You literally just said the exact opposite, and you think you have an ally.
No, we actually agree because me and Zach are saying our intent behind the photo is nothing to do with thirst trap. It's not our fault if other people interpret it as a thirst trap.
Maze, hit the sounder. You know what I'm thinking when I post this picture. It's just, hey, look at this photograph. No, not that one. Look at this photograph. Exactly.
I hate that sounder. I end up singing that song the rest of the day.
Oh, it's gonna be my head. It's gonna be my head all weekend. I'm gonna be watching the Super Bowl going, look at this photograph.
Hi, sweet Annie.
And so I post just a regular picture of myself and Boogie. And the Karma bartender responds, "Hey, just quit Karma."
Capitalized T on quit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
How many Y's in hey?
It was a lot. It was more than should be.
If it was more than one, then it's
It was hey, or was it hey?
Hey. And then, but I had seen, and then since then I've seen her like posting stuff from Karma, right? Like working in there and everything, and like brunch stuff that apparently takes 2 hours to get to. But so like I knew she was working. She'd like finished out her 2 weeks or whatever. Because I actually messaged her last night. I said, "Hey, are you done at Karma?" And she said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go, but because I needed. Oh my god.
Wait, you ended it like that? You're just like, oh, okay.
Oh, I was just like, oh damn, I was gonna go tonight, but you know. I guess I won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. There's opportunity for follow up here, Zach.
There's no need for opportunity. Okay.
So this is the question.
I'm just posting stuff. I'm just posting stuff.
We're innocent.
Was the interest in both Karma and the bartender dependent on her being a bartender at Karma?
I would not keep going back.
Well, you're not going to go back to Karma. No. You're not interested in going to Karma.
No.
And you're not as interested in hanging out with this bartender when it's she's in a professional capacity.
No, I would be fine doing that.
Okay.
I just,
I feel like you've laid the foundation for it.
Foundation's laid. Yeah.
Foundation is laid. So
that's the only thing.
Oh boy.
Hi, sweet Annie.
It is a Sweet Annie award situation. Yeah. But she Sweet Annie. But she quit. She's pursuing a dance thing. Other bank robberies. No, she's pursuing a dance thing. So she started like doing training for like some dance thing. I feel like my camera's all fucking messed up. There we go.
Probably because
all that lotion.
All that lotion, trust me.
Too steamy.
Way too steamy.
It's all the moisture in his apartment. It is from the leak.
Oh fuck it! Like between that and I'm running the dryer left and right.
It's like humidity. It's like you walk into Zach's place and it's like going into Florida. It's all like humid and shit. And you're like,
the towels too.
What? There was one time.
Of energy you spent on drying.
Oh my god! Well, that was the thing. That was another thing. I was like, when she's like, "Oh, we can't get to it until this day now," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I want a rent adjustment." For like all this time, considering this has been a year-long leak and you haven't done shit about it. And she goes, no adjustment. And that's when I called the other guy. I was like, and I texted him. I was like, hey, are you still at this company? And he was like, he called me immediately. He goes, I know why you're calling. We've been talking about it. I don't know what to tell you, boss.
He's just been sitting there like Jim from The Office. Like
at one point, he was like, you know, I know, whatever. I'm not going to say. I got. Well, fuck. I don't. What do I care? I know Mindy. Mindy is like. He's like, I know Mindy. She is a 61-year-old God-fearing woman. And I said, I don't care if she fears God. I care if my stuff gets fixed.
Yeah.
That means nothing to me.
To do
She was trying to make a point about like she's a good person. She cares about this. I was like, it took me a month to get a shower rod or a shower curtain rod replaced. A month. At some point, somebody doesn't give a shit about the people who live here. But wait, we're on karma now.
Well, I feel like this is going to be the reoccurring.
Karma will come back to bite your property management company in the ass eventually.
Is this the moment where you're like, maybe I shouldn't be a permanent renter? Because you gotta rely on other people to get shit done, man.
I mean, yeah, like someone wants to drop me $1.4 million, I'd be happy to buy a house.
Yeah, Emily, as somebody that has been looking at houses,
just
stop.
Hit the Zelle, hit the Venmo at Talk Hoops.
Preferably, like, fly a blimp over Zach and drop the money on him that way.
Oh, yeah. I would love that because I either get the money or I die, and I'm good either way.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
Millions of dollars dumped on you.
Can you dump it on Zach and just let me be around so I can just take the money?
Make it 1.5. Make it 1.5. I realized this, for a while now. Like, I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm not against it either. I just feel like if it happens, it happens. So many people are afraid of dying. I don't get that. If you have kids, I get it, but like,
right? Yeah,
I don't get that whole thing.
I'm afraid of dying painfully.
Sure, but then you're going to be dead.
Yeah. You won't even have to remember the pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to be a ghost. I thought that there was, let me say,
God,
you guys are going to,
Zach goes before us.
You guys are going to absolutely eviscerate me for this. This morning, I was backing out of a parking spot. And my backup sensors went off like I was about to hit something. And I looked behind me and there was nothing there. And I looked in the camera and there was nothing there. And I thought, what if a ghost went by me just now?
Dude, yeah. Like those, like...
Thank you. Emily's
or
with
a
me.
Squirrel.
Yeah, those Teslas where they drive through the cemetery and you can see all the people that aren't there.
What?
What?
Oh, you guys haven't seen this? Yeah,
What?
they're like
Teslas
videos.
pick up corpses from the graves?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you know what? I got to
ghosts.
get one of these.
Come back, Eden.
Eden was like, I'm out.
No,
I'm gone.
Not messing with this.
Hell
you guys
no.
haven't seen these? Like people will drive them around and like on the screen it'll show like people objects, and it'll just be people, but you look out the window and there's no one there.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
Is that what the Vision Pro is going to do, Eden? That's a seamless transition by yours truly. I've seen multiple posts this week of Eden showing off her new $7,000 ski goggles that she got because she's a tech influencer now.
Yeah. My favorite was the last one where you were like, just to be clear.
It's literally not mine. It's going to be on its way to London soon. But y'all, the persona is the creepiest thing ever. I'll send you guys this video I took that was like testing out, like it presents you as a floating head, first of all. So it's basically like from here up, and it's just like a floating entity of the person that you're talking to. Also, there's no way to make eye contact with the camera because no matter where I moved the window to, every time I looked forward, my persona made it look like I have dead eyes. Like it just looks like I have my eyes looking up and out.
Like you're the Undertaker?
It's very uncanny. It's very creepy. It also weighs 1,000 pounds. It's so heavy. Like I can't keep it on for more than like 2 minutes without being like, this is too heavy. Like, so those are my main takeaways from the Vision Pro is that it is very heavy.
I saw a guy, I was at the Laker game yesterday and I saw a guy waiting to get in with one on. And
why would LeBron have to wait to get in?
It was weird. It was really weird. It was a line. He was trying to get to the Kobe statue, I think. Stuff. But like, why would you wear that in public? Like, we've seen the videos of all this stuff. I just don't get it.
I saw this dude tweeting about it. Like, I guess he's like a tech journalist or something. And so it's a picture of him walking around New York with it. And people are commenting like, oh my God, I'm going to get hit by a car if I get one of these things. Right. Like, cause he's just like going around and you look so stupid because you have your hand up in the air and all this shit.
You're doing
and
like
this dude just like went into like full in lean into it, a mean mode. And he's like, you guys will never look this cool. You guys will never be that. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you're a fucking dork. Like, this is like,
the video I saw.
I'm someone like,
can you see in it, Eden? Like you can see like your surroundings, right?
Yeah, but your peripheral vision is still blocked off because it's you can't.
You can see straight ahead.
Yeah, you can see, but like that's why I'm like it makes no sense to wear it out and about because like you're gonna get hit by a car. Like you literally can't see out the sides. Like that's the field of vision is not 360. Like yes, and it takes a 360 scan. If you turn your head, you can see it, but it's just like if you were wearing.
It's not giving you the peripherals of all the dead bodies in the graves, like the Tesla.
Yo, I'm looking at this Reddit about this Tesla dead body grave. This is
not
wild.
dead body, ghosts.
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 You can tell the Elon people because they're trying to like defend it and explain it all. This is hilarious. This is great.
I saw the video of the person hopping out of their Cybertruck with the Vision Pro on, and I said,
I saw that shit. Yeah,
I'm good. I'll wait.
The dude driving it had to have been on like he had to have been on that autopilot mode, right?
Yeah, he's not doing shit. I mean, that's everybody in a Tesla anyways. They're not actually like
I'll say this
driving.
Apple has done a great job of marketing this by just putting it out in the world and having people go do regular shit.
Right.
The thing is, if you could like be subtle with it and have your hands down by your sides and doing the controls, I think it would actually be cool. But the fact that they have to be above waist level, how long can you hold your arms up like this before they start hurting? Like
the next generation of people, like, are gonna have some fucking boulders for shoulders. Like this is going to really pump up shoulders.
Yeah, that's like one of my biggest like fears too. Like I hate I bulk up on my shoulders so easily. If I lift like a weight that is more than like 5 pounds, I instantly just like get guns. And so I'm like, I hate building and I hate picking out heavy stuff because I'm like, I have no choice. My muscles decide to start building from my shoulders. So it's like, I start to look bulky, even though it's like literally just this like one shoulder muscle. Like I have like fat arms, so it's like whatever. But like, I just mean like, that's where I start gaining bulk from.
No, you do not have fat arms.
Honestly, fat
Where
can't
did
be
that
used.
thumbs up come from? No,
you can't use that. You don't like muscular shoulders. I like it because then I can walk around the gym like, don't talk to me.
I hate it. The figure skater in me is like, this is not proportionally correct.
Can you do that again, Emily?
Yeah, please isolate that, loop that back for me, Mace. Yeah, thank you, good job.
Don't talk to me. Like what was you even have like an accent with it? It was
Batman. It was Batman talking to the Joker.
Batman.
This is from the Reddit. I don't like the implications that we buried our loved ones in a graveyard and they are somehow attached to their earthly forms, confined to this graveyard land space. Certainly, we should try burying them in our backyards if they're in fact hanging around their decomposing bodies.
What does that have to do with the Tesla, though?
I don't know. Someone just went
because
weird
the
with
Tesla
it.
is like
privilege. Not everyone's got like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Backyard privilege. Seriously.
So here's the thing, Zach. Because you said if you die, you don't mind being a ghost. What if you die in that apartment? Then you have to haunt that apartment. Wet apartment.
I'll haunt the fuck out of this apartment.
If that were to happen, I would just one day go to the people that live there going like, let me explain who's haunting you. Every now and then put a plate of sushi out for him.
Oh God, no, I'll never leave.
Not punctually.
Not punctually.
You'll feed a stray cat. Of like this Zach's apartment complex getting like a like reputation for being haunted, and Mo's like, guys, I got this. Don't worry.
Let me give you he's harmless unless you tell him to be quiet. Unless you tell him to lower his voice.
Yep.
He's
don't
harmless.
show him any clowns.
Just give him a mic. Just give him a mic. He just wants a mic.
Just set up a mic corner.
Yeah.
Just put on Bar Rescue and like just leave it.
Just play Fast and the Furious soundtrack. He'll be okay.
Oh my God.
Next on repeat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. File. What movie?
Yeah, I just don't think. I don't know what it would take for me to want to get one of the Vision Pros or the Meta Quest like you have, Zach.
They gave me a Meta Quest.
Even if it was free, like I mean, use it. Like, what would make me use it? I don't know.
Yeah, like I'll admit, like it's way cooler than I thought it would be. Like, because I've always been like, oh, fuck this is so stupid. And then like playing around with the Meta Quest, like, yeah, it's cool. I get it. Like, I'm still not someone who's going to jump into that all the time. But like, we're gonna watch, I think, the All-Star game with it. Like, yeah, that'll be cool. Like, you can apparently it's cool for like watching League Pass and stuff. Like I'm into like trying it out and doing some things here and there, but I can't imagine this being my entire like free time. But at the same time, like, you know, it's not like I'm opposed to playing video games. Like I played video games my whole life.
Games are actually really fun on it.
Yeah.
Like not the Vision Pro because that doesn't support any games as of now because it's, you know, there's like 3 games on it. It has like Fruit Ninja and that's like it. But like all of the games like Beat Saber or like boxing games are really fun to play in VR because it's like, you know,
I bet Fruit Ninja is fucking dope though. On it.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta be careful.
The only thing I'm looking forward to is Fruit Ninja.
You gotta be careful where you play that though.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You can only play that in your Cybertruck on the highway.
That's right. I'm not I'm not one of these people that's like anti-Apple. Like I've bought pretty much everything Apple has put out.
Yeah.
Just to at least to try it, right? Not like continually, but like iPad, iPod, like all that shit.
I just
don't see myself, and it's not the price. I just don't see myself being like, yeah, I want to wear this thing.
Well, that was the thing. Like I watched a dude kind of like demo it in his house or whatever, and then walk over and say hi to his wife or girlfriend or whatever, and things like that. I was like, God, Jamie would be so fucking annoyed with me.
With or without it.
Well, you gotta just get her
more annoyed with me.
You gotta get her one, and then you can just talk to each other.
She's not
the hologram head, like Eden was talking about.
I love the idea of you trying to sell Jamie on
Vision Pro
wearing one of these.
It also leaves like
her birthday's coming up. It might be
that's the other thing. Like you can't wear that shit too long.
Our wedding venue
because it's so heavy. So it like after 10 minutes of it's on, there's a giant red like goggle mark, and it's just the worst.
Someone who used to sell Oakley ski goggles, like I've worn my fair share of goggles. You know,
but, like I just don't
around the store. You know,
to look cool while dribbling a basketball.
Yeah. Like Seth Green.
Well,
definitely like orange tinted or something.
Yo. Oh, my bad. I didn't know that was a sound.
92%, yo.
Eden, did they get sweaty? Because like, you know, when it's like against your face like this.
I didn't wear them long enough for them to get sweaty.
I did. It did for me with
leaving it on my face
with the Meta. I was playing. I was testing out like that basketball VR thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it for, I don't know, like 20 minutes. And like, it started sweat. Like it's vented, but it's still like warm.
Yeah, it does get hot pretty quickly too.
Yeah. The only thing I'm interested in with those is like literally the NBA games, like the courtside vision. That's it.
Yeah.
Like
courtside vision I saw the thing where they have
the best angle from the court to watch a game from though.
But I saw the thing where they had like you have your main screen and then you could put 4 additional screens on the side.
The cool thing is being able to set up a workspace. But also like my thing was like I keep getting the promoted ads for like the NBA VR experience, but I'm like, you still didn't go to the game. Nobody saw you sit courtside. It doesn't count. Like
yeah.
Maybe
like
I'm just the only materialistic asshole.
MSG sitting next to Mark Cuban, dude. Tune into the OG pod on Monday for that full breakdown of how Trey is going to be our next vice president.
Here for it.
I can't wait for that.
I would feel so much more comfortable.
Let's hit some questions here. We've definitely hit this before, but we love food questions. So JDaddy36, what's your go-to sandwich and how many condiments toppings is too many? I recently made a Cajun turkey sandwich on honey wheat with mayo, spicy brown mustard, ranch dressing. So it's 3 condiments. Red chili sauce, 4 condiments, black pepper pickles, cheese, 3 cheeses, green and white onion, lettuce, tomato, salt and pepper, and sub oil.
Too much.
Yeah,
that's
the sandwich.
That's officially a soup.
That cheese is a condiment?
I think he's saying it's a topping.
It's a filling.
Maybe one was a cheese sauce, toppings, which could count.
Queso.
Go-to sandwich. I mean, there's this
when it becomes a pain in the ass to eat, then it's too many condiments.
When it's too wet.
Yeah. Well,
I think you should dip it if you have that many condiments. Like if you're gonna eat it with like mustard and something else or whatever, and you got ranch, you should just dip it in the ranch. You know what I'm saying? Like because if it's too much sauce, the stuff will start shooting out the sides.
I love ranch, but I don't think it really belongs on a sandwich. I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear my dog going to town on her own cuckoo over here? Dolores.
I was trying to think of a sandwich with ranch on it that works, but
I mean, like buffalo chicken,
bacon ranch,
or something. But I'm talking like deli meats, like a turkey sandwich. You don't put ranch on that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't like ranch at all.
Oh, I don't smoke weed. I don't like ranch.
Yeah. Oh,
why are you here?
So cool.
Katie, relax. Katie, relax.
I don't eat pork.
You sure you want to put this out at the public before you get married, dude? It's a limited amount of time for Jamie to realize that she's dated a serial killer.
She doesn't really mess with ranch, so it kind of works.
Well,
also,
maybe that's what she
not all
tells
ranch
you.
is created equal, is all I have to say.
Well, there's no store-bought ranch that's acceptable. That's a fact.
The color, the consistency, I just
Definitely
don't like
ranch.
it. Just not my thing. But a sandwich, can't go wrong with a Philly cheesesteak.
Love a Philly cheesesteak.
Probably my favorite sandwich.
That's good.
What about honestly just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is
that
like
can get the job done.
Yeah.
right? It's
been
moldable.
Uncrustable.
It lasts a long time. Uncrustable, right?
Let's go.
Uncrustable's not a sandwich.
Should I get into more trouble
It's
now?
Go ahead, Mo.
You never had an Uncrustable?
No, I don't like jelly.
What do you mean you don't like jelly?
What do you like?
What?
Any jelly?
I like peanut butter.
What do you mean you don't like? But there's so many different jellies.
Jelly?
There's so many jellies. What do you mean you don't like? You don't like the? You like the texture?
Not a jam jelly.
No
person.
marmalade.
Like,
there's so many flavors.
I know, but I don't want any of them.
It's like saying
I don't like when it's got
dressing.
seeds in it. Ugh.
Yeah. Wait. So Mo, you just eat a peanut butter sandwich? Is it just plain, like dry?
Sometimes I put some honey on it. Really good.
Okay. Right.
But like I don't.
What about banana? Do you put banana on it ever?
Oh, I've done that too. Yeah, it's really good. Little banana, honey, and peanut butter toast.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little action there.
Okay.
Did you guys ever use? Was it called Goober?
What?
Never heard.
Yeah,
butter
they were
jelly.
good. For some reason, when it came in the same container, it just didn't taste the same as
those already mixed ones for the peanut butter jelly combos. Get the fuck out of here with those.
Japanese bottle one too that was like half jelly.
Pure marketing gimmick.
That's not everybody was here for this, but that's the equivalent of the laundry bag for your socks and underwear. Okay, like get the fuck out.
Okay, Zach.
I think that's a little far.
Now I'm starting to feel a little offended.
That's the equivalent of all of the chef reactions videos.
Yeah,
is the peanut butter and jelly in the same container?
I think
but it's because they need different preservatives. Like you can't just slap a universal preservative on that shit.
Can I say something that's kind of pathetic?
You're gonna say it anyway.
Normal?
Yeah, we have like a 3-week grace period after Mo saying he doesn't like jelly.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm going to dinner with Chef Reactions this coming week. Ooh. And I feel so much pressure that the place it has has to be good.
Yeah.
You have
to pick it.
Karma.
Yeah, well, I gave him
karma brunch.
Not karma. No, I threw out a couple of options. Donna's is one. I was like, because he's going to be on the east side. I was like, oh, I've heard Donna's is really good. I'm like, you motherfuckers better have been right about this.
No, Donna's is great. If you go, I can get you reservations. Let me know.
Shit. Okay. Oh, that'll make me look even better.
Although Zach, the content of Chef Reactions at Karma would be nuclear.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Actually, maybe
not for your first meal together, but just be like, okay, like,
I'll be like, all right, man.
I know you
next time you're in town, you
go
just
classy,
trust me on this.
and I know you're into haute cuisine, but I got a place that will get the clicks. And you'll have plenty of time to make jokes because they won't bring you the food for 3 hours.
It's going to take a while. Yeah.
So go-to sandwich. I mean, there's this sub place near my house that they do a turkey pastrami corned beef combo that's just
a lot.
But it's not like it's like the same amount of meat that you would get if you just got one of those things, right?
Like a club sandwich.
But and just the pastrami by itself is excellent. Like I'll just do that, but. They call it the atomic. They throw jalapenos on there too. It's an excellent sandwich, and so that's it's hard for me to order anything else when I
fuck with
that place.
That's like a real basic one, but a meatball sub.
Oh yeah,
I will fuck with a meatball sub all the time.
A meatball sub.
A meatball sub.
That's
I like
definitely
a good Italian sub.
That's definitely the sandwich.
Italian.
that
little
Emily eats
Bay
after she
Cities.
walks around the gym. Oh, Bay Cities Italian Deli.
Need my protein,
Godmother.
bro.
The Godmother. Yeah. I mean, the Bay Cities bread is the best bread I've ever had in my whole life.
Bay Cities is something else.
Have you guys seen the foot-long cookie from Subway?
Yes.
And
they
pretzel
have
and churro.
and churro. Yeah.
That's insane.
The cookie, I've seen it. The cookie is like cake, though. It's not even like thin. It's like
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh,
How much does
really?
it cost?
$3.
that's
No.
$3. No, that one I thought $5 because the Chuck commercial, and then the pretzels was $3, and the churro was $2. I've had the churro.
Is it good?
It was okay. The thing is, it's frozen, so then they heat it up in their little toaster, and then they put all the stuff.
I've never had a baked good at Subway outside of brand. Obviously,
The cookies are great.
Cookies are
Cookies are
good.
great.
Says that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna have that weird like processed
Bread
cookie
smell?
aftertaste.
It
but
does a
I'm just
little
not-
bit, but
It's
not
good.
as bad as some other
No,
places.
thank you.
But
Even
I-
a hint
but
of
I-
that, I'm out.
I'll tell you this though. The other day, Zach, when you called me when I was in the car,
Oh yeah,
I had just drove by a churro stand, a dude making fresh
Here?
churros. It was in the west side, but I literally stopped. We were on our way to run errands, and I literally just looked at Jamie, going like, "We have to make a stop."
yeah. No,
Pulled
you have
in.
to.
But I had a whole bag of churros. So while we were talking, I don't know if you
Oh,
heard,
my God.
I was eating churros. While
I thought
we
I
were
heard something.
talking,
Yeah.
and Jamie was looking at me, going like, "What's wrong with you? You can't wait." I'm like, "They're fresh.
We're having a real serious conversation. Bo's just chowing down on churro.
They're fresh."
I just finished the In My Real Housewives of Salt Lake City rewatch, the season 2 reunion. Normally they cheers with a drink at the end. This one they toasted with churros,
Yeah,
friendship
they did.
churros.
Oh, okay.
Churros. I wanted to have we're put a pin in the rewatch, Katie, because I have some
Yes.
stuff. 'Cause I just finished one of the episodes. I was gonna have churros at my wedding, but the at the food tasting, it was not good.
Really?
Aw.
I was
You should have asked the
devastated.
churro stand
That's a bummer.
guy.
Well, I'm not gonna have a guy fly from LA to Hawaii and do a.
You're having me fly from fucking LA to Hawaii?
No,
Yeah,
there
but
are
I'm
a
not
lot
paying
of
for
food
yours.
trucks in Hawaii. I bet you could find a food truck churro.
If I was going to do a food truck in Hawaii, it's going to be a Melisata, Leonard's Melisata truck.
Yeah,
with all
you're-
that.
obviously we all
you're gonna
know
make me
what that is,
upset.
but explain that
You
for
will,
Katie.
Zach. I will make sure you get one.
Yeah, well, I know what it is, but explain that for Katie because she doesn't know.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
so ignorant.
It's like a Portuguese like fried dough deal, which they
You
have
got that,
like
Katie? Yeah,
powdered
Thank you so
sugar
much.
and
I
stuff.
didn't want to
It's like
ask. I
kinda
was
like-
embarrassed.
I know.
It's their version of a churro. Freaking amazing. But Katie, I
Yes.
just watched the episode
Wait,
where
no, we're not on
no,
that yet.
no, we're
Hold
not
on.
doing
We
that.
got sandwich charts.
We got a sandwich chart.
Hold on.
We got a
a
sandwich chart up here.
thought we were
All
done
right.
with
forget it, Mo.
sandwiches.
Don't
I was talking-
forget.
No, he's
I was
put up a
talking
sandwich
churros.
chart. Look at the screen.
I know,
Open
but
your
I-
fucking
I haven't even gotten to go. Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry, I'll just be quiet.
Jesus Christ. Ike sent us this a while ago. This is the sandwich alignment chart.
Wait, what's Eden's go-to?
Yeah.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh.
I'm a breakfast sandwich.
yeah.
girl.
I don't
Yeah.
think breakfast
I remember
counts.
Yeah, that's not where my mind went.
But will you have, I mean, let's say you
counts.
can get it. Would you eat that at night?
No.
Yeah.
Here's the test. Would you eat it at 3 p.m. on like a regular ass work day?
Yeah, I would.
I would eat it then
All right,
for
fair
sure. I was just saying, like,
Just like I would eat a scallion
Yeah.
pancake for breakfast, Zach.
yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
we're going back there.
I don't even like scallions, but I fuck with a scallion pancake.
Yeah, they're so good.
I like just
Yeah,
a
for
good
some
turkey
reason.
sandwich too. Nothing too crazy.
Just bread and turkey?
No, you have to have like cheese and some mayo and maybe a little lettuce. I don't like tomatoes on most sandwiches. I think it takes away from the experience.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Also, recently I've been really into chicken parms because like they're just really good.
It's
I
good.
found one spot
Yeah.
that has a really good chicken parm.
Yeah.
Maybe a top 3 like regular choice for me is a banh mi.
Oh,
yeah, banh mi is the go-to for sure.
Fuck with that heavy.
Banh mi's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's
we
actually
got,
this spot that makes a pho sandwich
Ooh, how is that
that
even
comes with the
possible?
pho dipping broth. And it's
Oh,
like basically
no.
the ingredients that
Mm.
come on a pho. It's like slow
Oh.
cooked beef brisket. Shout out to little Kieran. It's one of my favorite like
That
sandwich
sounds
spots.
incredible. Get the fuck out of here. That's incredible.
Yeah.
How do we
so good.
feel about French dip?
I
You know
love a
what?
French dip. I love a French dip.
You can have it. I'm all good on French dips in my life.
So I feel like I do not like a mid-ass French dip, but like when you have a really good French dip,
Sure,
it's like
yes.
really good.
If it can be
Yeah.
trusted, a spot that's trusted, but I feel like too many of them are just lazy
I
French
agree.
dips.
I
you
do
know?
agree. Yeah.
Sometimes it's too salty.
Yeah, come on.
It's one of those sandwiches where you can get away with a cheap cut of meat. So if you get like a thinly sliced ribeye French dip, like that'll change your life. But most of the time it'll just be top round and it'll be well done.
One of the best sandwiches I had this year was, or last year I guess, was the Italian beef. Like I was in Chicago and I went where they did the bear, where the stuff there, and that sandwich was fucking unbelievable.
Oh, man, with olives on it.
Real tiny quick tangent. In the premiere of Abbott Elementary, Ava, the principal, called the hot teacher Jeremy Allen Black, and I died.
I've never seen that show before. I got to get on that.
It's a great show.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Show.
Yeah.
It's easy.
It's always recommended for me, and I'm like, I'll get to it.
You'll fly through it too.
Yeah, it's your classic. Like, it's an old school. It's 22 minutes. It's a mockumentary. It's like The Office. It's
I love mockumentary.
razor sharp. It's brilliant. All right, sandwich alignment chart. So I'm putting this up here on the YouTube. You can look at the whole thing, but it goes from structure and ingredient purist in the top left quadrant to structure and ingredient rebel in the bottom right, which of course concludes with radical sandwich anarchy. Quote, a Pop-Tart is a sandwich.
No, Pop-Tart's a ravioli.
Which is?
An empanada.
Which is?
A dumpling.
Which is?
A calzone.
Which is?
A sandwich.
Thank you, Jesus Christ!
No, no,
everything.
No, they're not. No, it doesn't get to sandwich.
Sandwich has, for the most part, 2 pieces of bread, not one.
No, that's not accurate either.
No, you have to look in the structure neutral.
You can have an open face sandwich.
Yeah,
and it's usually one cut of bread.
Sandwich, yeah.
Are you saying that the Pop-Tart is not a sandwich because it's completely encompassed by
just like an Uncrustable is not a sandwich.
Okay.
So
it's also a
calzone, not a sandwich.
Yeah.
So it could be a sandwich that had been center punched.
I do.
Is that a sex thing?
Come on, man. That was totally not. It's just
I just asked a question. I didn't say it was. I asked a question if it is.
Fucking, I every time now I'm imagining swole Emily walking through the gym. Hey, bro, you ever punched out the middle of your ravioli?
God damn, 5 dudes? Oh my God, 5 dicks? Damn!
I want to talk briefly though about whatever the fuck a chip buddy is,
I wanted
to ask. What is a chip buddy?
Ingredient
is that just
neutral.
Putting chips in a sandwich?
It's a fucking French fry sandwich. That is a hard no for me, dog.
First of all, stop calling French fries chips. We won the war. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but Zach, this is clearly a fucking across the pond disaster. That they think they can just get away with putting French fries between bread and covering it with ketchup and calling that a fucking sandwich.
With 2 T's?
Butty. Wait, but you guys have never had chip sandwiches before? Like a potato chip sandwich?
I put potato chips on a normal sandwich.
Are you talking about
but you don't call it a potato chip sandwich.
Chips, bread?
No, you guys never just had like potato chips crushed between 2 like pieces
with
of bread?
Nothing else?
No. Yeah. You got to give me something else.
That sounds like poverty.
Ouch.
It does. It does. That's
true.
That's
I will say though, on the chip buddy thing, like a French fry po' boy with like debris gravy. Like there's a few places in New Orleans that does that really well.
It can be a topping. You can add French fries or chips
for sure
to a sandwich.
Yes, but it's not the main ingredient.
No,
it can't be.
That's just like that is, that's pure carbs. That's insane. Like the texture of that has got to be crazy.
I can do
like
a
potato sandwich. Yeah, just like putting mashed potatoes in the middle.
Mac and cheese on a burger. I mean, I'm not.
But there's a burger.
Yeah,
it's not just mac and cheese.
It's not just mac and cheese between 2 pieces of bread.
Although they do make mac and cheese grilled cheeses, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
I just said burger to make it more acceptable to you guys.
So why is it called a Butty? Butty?
I don't know. It's very distracting.
Yeah, Zach, can you look
I saw an email from someone whose last name was Butt today, and I couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes. And it was spelled B-U-T-T. If you had the last name Butt, would you keep it?
Say, please. My dad's Mr. Butt. Call me ass.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What's my first name, Emily?
Well, what was the person's actual
Anthony
first name?
Butt?
Yeah, Anthony Butt.
Tony Butts?
Tony Butt.
Tony
I'm keeping
Tony
that.
Butts is,
I'm keeping
Tony
it.
Butts is a great
Tony
lounge
Butts.
singer
You want to
name.
hang out with Tony Butts, dude. Come on. Let's be real. You see Tony Butts walking down the street. Hey, Mr. Booty. Hey, come on over here. Have yourself a chip buddy.
So Butty is a Northern England slang word for sandwich.
How
From
the
the
fuck did they get there?
1800s, the word butt taken from butter, adding a Y and or shortening version of bread and butter.
So, well, that's of course, because England is the home of
French
the
fry butter.
The
Y'all.
bread and
Translates
butter
to?
sandwich. Let's
Okay,
throw some fries in there.
I'm not even kidding. So me and my work bestie looked this up one time because we were joking about making toast, and he's like, "Have you ever heard of a toast sandwich?" It is a sandwich, and no, what is inside between the two slices of bread is
Butter.
another slice of bread that's toasted.
That's just a loaf of bread.
No.
Yeah, that's just
A toast sandwich.
No.
No, we looked it up.
What do you mean? No, wait. Are they all toasted or just the inside piece?
I am just saying a toast sandwich is a sandwich in which the filling between two slices of bread itself, a thin slice of toasted bread, which may be buttered.
I think it's
It's
just
not
the
like
middle
it's
piece is
toasted.
toasted.
An
Those-
1861 recipe says to add salt and pepper to taste.
Congratulations.
Okay.
All right, we should try that though. Maybe it's good.
So back to the
Eating
housewives.
bread?
I think that's when we made the joke.
We should
that
try eating
That's
bread?
when we made the poverty joke.
Only
also,
if you punch a hole out of the middle of it, Emily.
With your fist.
Okay. I want to get back to this chart because we did
That didn't
get
help
derailed. I think everything on here is a sandwich. I don't even think like a chicken wrap and a burrito are that outrageous.
I do.
Why?
A wrap. It's called the wrap. It's a. It's always in a different section than sandwiches.
No, it's
Or
always sandwiches and wraps.
sandwiches.
Right next to the
and wraps.
sandwiches.
But
I
not
don't
in the
think
sandwiches.
I'm not putting a burrito in the wrapper
No,
salad.
there's
or
no
sandwich section.
No.
I take
No.
offense
I'm
to
getting
the
mad.
ice cream taco, and there's no way.
No, that's a sandwich.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I
So a
don't think
taco's a sandwich, Zach?
100%.
Really?
Okay, so Katie, are you saying that the ice cream sandwich in the top right is a sandwich?
Yeah, it's called ice cream sandwich.
Okay, so
That's
you're
the name.
so you're a
It's not a
structure
chicken wrap
purist, is what you're
sandwich.
telling me.
So if I just call something a burrito sandwich, and you're like, well, yeah, it's a sandwich.
No, but
See, I
so
think of a burrito
Katie
more
is
like
a
two
structural
pieces of
person.
bread
I gotta
with a
sign
burrito
off.
in between.
Eden, I agree with you.
What did you say, Eden?
A burrito sandwich is if you have two slices of bread and you put a burrito in between those
absolutely.
two slices.
That's a
Yeah.
burrito sandwich.
But you have to toast it first before you put
A
it in
burrito
between the
toast
bread.
sandwich.
A burrito butty.
Salt and pepper to
burrito
taste.
butties all around, and it's just filled with French fries and chips.
I struggle with a
French
hot
fries
dog
are
being a sandwich
Well,
too,
if
but I don't
you're
even want to
in
go down
England-
that.
If
Hot
you're in
dog is for
England,
sure a sandwich.
and
I don't wanna go
and
down that
someone
road.
asks you, or you say like, yeah, I tasted her butty. Never mind.
Do you eat Buddy?
No, finish that thought, Zach.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep
We're
going,
talking
Mr.
about
Honest
sandwiches
Podcaster.
right
Get your
now.
glasses out.
I'm good. I don't know where they are.
No.
Oh, I see them.
You
They're on
lost,
the, they're on the
you lost
counter.
them with your T-shirt and your
No,
Nick
I see
Cage
they're on the
notebook.
counter, but that's all the way over there.
They're probably all steamy from the moisture in your apartment
There's no
anyway.
lenses in them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There was one point when I'm like running the dryer and it's pouring rain and everything, where I looked at the windows and they were all steamy. I'm like, this is the worst reenactment of Titanic I've ever seen.
That's all I ever think of.
Did you like put your hand
Did you
on
do
the
the
window?
hand? Yeah.
I don't understand how a sub isn't like top left corner. How like a BLT is above a sub. Like a sub is obviously a sandwich.
It's
I think a
sub
hot dog
sandwich.
is a sandwich.
Absolutely.
Probably because the breads aren't two separate pieces. It kind of has a connector, which usually breaks.
Yeah, I guess so.
Structure neutral. There it is.
So then those people think that it's a sandwich once the bread breaks. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's silly. Okay. I mean, I disagree with Katie. I think a wrap is a sandwich just because
That's insane.
It's
And
like
is a burrito also
a
a
tortilla is just like a different type of bread is the thing to me. But
It's a
But so
tortilla.
is the burrito also a sandwich then, Maze?
Yeah.
Your mission burrito? Okay.
Yeah. It's a specialized sandwich. It's like a type of sandwich you can only get in certain regions and that only certain people know how to do well, like a good chip butty across the pond, you know? And you can't just walk into the corner store and get a chip butty. That's not happening.
That's true.
That's true.
But I would say though, like burritos though, sometimes are fully enclosed when it's given to you. So that wouldn't be a sandwich because it goes back to like what Zach was saying about a ravioli.
Same as a Pop-Tart. Yeah.
What's that? So then it's more a ravioli to Zach's mind than a sandwich because of it's one full thing that's usually fully enclosed. They close the top and they close the bottom.
That's right.
I think
not all burritos are closed though.
I think the difference
He's
there,
saying
though,
some
Mo.
are.
Yeah,
I think
some
the
are,
difference
for
there,
sure.
though, Mo, is that the burrito is one thing, whereas the ravioli or the calzone or the Pop-Tart is two things pressed together and sealed. I think that is a difference.
Now we're going to say, an egg roll. It's a sandwich. What are we doing here?
Thank you, Katie.
An egg roll's a sandwich?
Wow, I didn't know.
So burrito's a
Katie-
sandwich, and egg roll's a sandwich.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
really didn't see Katie being the hard line
I'm the sandwich
purist
police.
on this one.
Really?
Don't you dare try to slip that by me and call that a sandwich. Not on my
Hell
watch.
no.
Heard that before.
No. That's going too far.
So Salt Lake City, Mo, let's get into it.
No.
And then we got
No, we got a love
let's get
question.
into it.
We got a love question.
Right, do your love question.
Let's
one
do
of
the
our-
love
I love
question.
Salt Lake City.
from our bestie, from our pod bestie, a confidence man at typed in whatever.
Jerry.
He's got
Our
a lot
guy.
of love questions.
Jerry. Yo, Jerry keeps my segment going, okay? Jerry's my MVP, okay? So I will have no Jerry slander on this podcast.
No gerrymandering or Jerry slandering.
Nice. Glad you nice. Okay. At what
Maze
point
hated
do you
that.
stop
No, it's all right.
going all out on Valentine's Day with your significant other? Because we have a nice variance of people in relationships for different periods of time on this podcast, I think. And
I'd love to hear Mo's answer on this topic.
Well, I'm going next week somewhere, so it's still going to be a while. Another year.
No, yeah, because then after you're married, then it's the first Valentine's Day of being married. You can't slouch on that either.
I don't know.
And then the
And when we
second
have
one,
kids,
you have to make up for fucking up the first one, and you know.
But no, then when you have kids, it's our way to get away from the kids. It's it's the special night that's our night.
You're
And all.
already trying
It's
to
going to be a
escape your
while.
unborn children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you've
I love
you're already like planning this out. It's
You'll take.
No, I have in my mind.
It's Flag
like,
Day.
maybe-
Gotta
like,
go
maybe
out.
I'm expecting
Maybe if you're
If I could-
already trying to escape children that haven't been conceived yet, you should not have children.
No,
It's
just
'cause
one night, just on February
Whenever
14th.
Mo gets in a
others, but
Tesla, he drives around and he sees his unborn children on the screen.
that's what I'm gonna get. That's what I'm gonna get the Vision Pro because peripheral. I can only see where it's here.
Yep.
I'm not looking to my left. I'm not looking at the kid.
Daddy's
sounds
working.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm not a traditionalist when it comes to Valentine's Day, period. So like I will get gifts for a guy. I know it depends culturally, but
Hey,
Yeah,
bro,
so
I got you some chocolates.
got you some protein powder.
I punched a hole through the middle of the heart card just for you.
bro. Happy V-Day. Let's do legs.
Not a bad idea. Yeah. No, I just want to go out and eat. I just want some kind of food.
It's
like
such a hard,
even if
like
it's favorite food.
My
Like pizza.
my whole thing is do
A
it,
heart-shaped
but
pizza?
not on Valentine's Day.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
do
it's
the
just so
card,
hard
do the
to-
dinner,
Yeah.
like
Sure.
do some flowers, do all of the above, do whatever you want to show your affection. But I just do not subscribe to. You have to go out on February 14th,
Pro tip:
Yeah.
go the night before,
or the
Go
night
the night
after,
before.
or
Yeah.
a week later. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter, dude.
and then just have like a nice intimate thing on that day, right?
Yeah. I don't
Like butt
like
sex.
flowers. So there's that too. Like a
Yeah,
lot of women
flowers
feel
are
like
such
"Send
a
me
weight."
flowers to work. Yeah.
No, I don't want flowers. I want drugs, alcohol, or money.
Man, you
Maybe food, but
I just want money.
Right here, Katie. Drugs, alcohol, or money.
If it's flowers, it better be marijuana flower.
That was my favorite.
So then like the mini flowers.
My favorite DMX song was "Drugs, Alcohol, or Money."
Yeah.
What?
Cash Money Hose.
Yeah.
Pussy, money, weed.
All my favorite things, all in one. Yeah.
I do try to avoid the restaurants that have a experience and or whatever.
Prefix.
Like we want to go to like some of our favorite places that it's like set up. We know what we want to have. We don't want to do the prefix menu and all that
but it comes
stuff.
with a glass of champagne for $60 more per person.
That sounds like sounding like New Year's Eve
and
to me.
2 chocolate covered strawberries.
Now I'm looking up like chain restaurant Valentine's Day like experiences. I'm seeing what we find here.
Well, Zach, there was an Applebee's date night card for $200 where they give you like up to $30 of food for 52 dates.
Yeah,
What?
I just saw that.
If your date is at Applebee's, then
I'm just
okay, so I've been told in certain areas of the United States, Applebee's is banging on weekend nights. Like they throw like parties there.
It's where people go to drink.
Yeah,
on Friday Night Lights.
The food is
a very popular place to be.
They are claiming it's more than a $1,500 value.
It is. Well, it's if you go 52 times, you get $30.
It sounds like Mace already got this for
it was a trivia question.
Let me just read this real quick, okay? This paragraph. Just in time for Valentine's Day, Applebee's is helping daters find love and value with the new Applebee's Date Night Pass.
Yep.
For the first time ever, and for only $200, guests lucky enough to snag one of these unbeatable date night passes will receive 52 date nights, redeemable between blah, blah, blah. Available to purchase on January 22nd. These limited edition passes will provide up to $30 of food and non-alcoholic beverages during each use. That's more than $1,500 value. Talk about romantic.
Yep. Wait.
Yeah.
What if
Very romantic.
Like, who holds the membership, right? Like, do both
if it's
people
a fuckboy and he takes
up?
52 different people?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it doesn't
you can
say
find
to date the
52
same
bitches
person.
to go to Applebee's.
Yeah,
no kink shaming. You take
want
all of your boyfriends and girlfriends to Applebee's. Eden,
I've never had a good meal at Applebee's. Chili's, I love. Chili's is so
No,
good.
Chili's is kind of bomb.
I stand Chili's, but like I have never had a good experience at Applebee's.
Here's the wrinkle, okay? $30 Ritas.
Yeah.
At Applebee's. It's actually not alcohol included, but
yeah, I was gonna say I thought the alcohol wasn't included.
If you're a man on a budget and you want to take a lot of hoes out, I mean,
yeah, there you go. You just saved $1,300.
You just say you're poly.
I mean, what are they going to do? Are they going to audit you and your date every time? Just go to a different Applebee's.
Why does it matter if it's you bring a different person every time? You're still finding love.
Still a date.
Still romantic.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Still a sampler platter.
So everyone here has answered the question that y'all feel like Valentine's Day does go on forever.
Every day with me is Valentine's Day, you know?
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Like the Valentine's Day massacre.
Yes.
Saint Valentine.
Yeah. I had a friend who he was always very adamant on. He's like, I do Valentine's Day, the first Valentine's Day I'm in a relationship for, and then like no, never again. Because then you have anniversaries. Was his like reasoning? He's like, other like where does it end was where he was coming at it from, and he's happily married with 2 children. So I mean
overall, I think Valentine's Day is pretty stupid. Like after elementary school, a lot of candy. I'm like, this is stupid. If I was in a relationship, I don't think I would do anything on Valentine. It's just like, just buy me presents all the time.
If we didn't go to
drugs, alcohol, money, just hit my bank account once a month. We're good, baby.
That's all you need. I mean, if one thing, like if we weren't going out to dinner, then I would have to make a special dinner.
And I'm fine with that too.
That's even better though.
Exactly
that's even better because there's like effort in that.
What is hilarious?
Not if I'm cooking, Emily.
Babe, do you want the shells or the tubes tonight?
Hey, I wanted something special, so I made you a toast sandwich.
See,
it's a little burnt.
The inside is toast.
You get it.
The outside
added
spread.
salt and pepper to taste. So
yeah.
We did these, like, if you take a ribeye steak and you cut it most of the way and you've open it up kind of like spatchcock style, it's a sweetheart steak and it kind of looks like a heart. That is one of the most hilarious and cutest ways to ruin a good steak that you could possibly have. So if you see that and you're like, oh, that's a cute idea, just remember, just buy 2 steaks and it's fine. You don't need to have it connected in the middle. It'll be all right. That's my public service announcement.
So Salt Lake City.
Yes,
all right,
so where do you leave off?
I'm pretty sure there was another question from the Discord, right, Maze?
Well, there's plenty of questions from the Discord, but what I am going to do is I am going to throw it to the Patreon segment. Oh, this is Patreon exclusive content. We're taking
like
Mo and Katie behind the wall to talk about Salt Lake City. So for Eden, Emily, Zach, Mo, and Katie, I'm Anthony Mays, and we'll catch you next time on the Mailbag.
Bye.
Now it's Patreon time. Oh,
you guys staying for the Salt Lake City takes. Oh boy. I left off where they're in San Diego and she
is it the lingerie party?
No, that was Arizona. So this one is, I think, season 3.
Because this season they can only go places in the country because Jen Shaw is about to go to prison and can't leave the country.
Yes, and that's really the reason why I'm rewatching it, is for the episode where they find out like that she's
San Diego is the Angie K, right?
I'm sorry, guys.
Angie K. Hold on.
Even
Heather reveals a black eye.
Oh,
black eye or black guy?
Yeah.
Black eye.
Oh, okay, so that's less offensive in Utah.
It's massive.
Pretty much,
you guys want to talk about the Salt Lake one, which I gotta say is mediocre as fuck. Okay, for these Real Housewives shows,
the Jen Shaw stuff's not.
It is.
The Jen Shaw
Fine,
stuff's
let's get into the ashes of this week.
Thank you. We had someone scattering ashes that they've had in a Ziploc bag for over 10 years,
decades. Yeah,
right.
They're in a Ziploc bag.
They are in a
we're
Ziploc
in Spain.
bag.
We're in Barcelona.
We're in Barcelona, scattering the ashes. She is by the water. She tries to dump these ashes out. They drift with the wind back into all the housewives.
Yeah.
It was
into their mouths, into their hair.
Their hair,
all
their
over
bags, their clothes.
One of them's wearing like black, and you could see the ashes.
You can see the ashes, the soot of this person.
And Erica goes, I didn't know the man. I don't want to taste him.
That is an all-time.
I was crying laughing. I was on 100 milligrams, but I was crying laughing.
I watched it this morning. When she was about to dump them out, I thought, God, it would be funny if it went all over them. Not knowing that this was going to happen.
That's all I was thinking.
It always happens on Bravo. They did it with Sonia Morgan's dog died. They spread the ashes, went all over everybody. Shahs of Sunset. MJ does her dad's ashes all over her and Reza. I mean, these bitches need to just learn the wind patterns or just feel it a little. Oh, yeah. Maybe we don't throw them out when they're going to come directly back into our faces.
Yeah. Just also, you feel a gust of, just wait. Wait a second. You feel the wind. Just wait.
Merce went from the purse to the mouth. Yeah. And she spilled some. She's like sweeping
you
the
never
box.
You never go purse to mouth. You never go purse to mouth.
Not PTM.
Now when I'm a ghost, I'm haunting this apartment. I want my ashes scattered. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be buried or cremated or whatever. Didn't really care. Now I want to be cremated and I want my ashes scattered somewhere because of the potential that it's going to get all over people.
Well, I don't know if you could be a ghost and be cremated. I don't feel like that's
why.
I don't know. I just feel like
it's
you still
spirit.
have to have a
you think there are no ghosts that have been cremated?
No,
that doesn't make any sense.
It's being a ghost isn't about how your body was taken care of. It's about your soul not being at rest.
Have you seen an episode of Supernatural ever?
Have you? Yeah,
right. No,
you're talking
waiting for an NBA game.
You're talking about the foremost. You're talking to the foremost supernatural expert here in Eden. You're talking to a man who's never been at rest in his entire life in Zach Harper, and you're talking to Katie, who until she gets that payment of drugs, booze, and cash money hoes.
That's right.
She will not rest, and she will be in your inbox waiting for that shipment to arrive.
Don't you haunt where you died?
You don't have to.
You don't have to. No,
you can
there are
pick.
ways around it. There are ways around it.
Down menu, and you can kind of choose.
So, like, if you're murdered wrongfully, well, I guess you could. Most murder is wrongful. You will haunt the location.
I have a theory that just popped in my head, and I fully believe it without really thinking about it.
Great.
I think Maze is too tall to be a ghost. I don't think super tall people become ghosts.
No, that's not correct.
I think you got to be like 6'2" and under.
We've never seen a report of an NBA player become a ghost. So
exactly,
I think you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, why is
for James Harden in the playoffs? Am I right?
Yeah.
Question: Would my ghost be the same size?
Or they like scale you down? You think is like what you're saying?
Couldn't all ghosts just be like a standard size? Like
no. They like shrink you down to 80%. Like
No,
that's not how that works. No, you are. No.
This isn't Photoshop, Maze.
Best case scenario, your feet are gone, and it's just like those like vapors that are just kind of waving in the wind.
Oh, like me as a persona when I'm using the Vision Pro to take a call.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and you kind of hover above the ground, as we learned in Casper, so you be even extra tall because
that's why there are no tall ghosts.
Interesting.
Oh, it's a logistical
Casper
issue.
Was so hot.
Wow.
Devin
Casper
Sawa
was hot.
Casper was.
Yeah, when he turned into the person.
Yeah.
I forgot
that doesn't
entirely.
count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. Devin Sawa can get it.
Oh, that's who it was. That's right. He was so hot in Final Destination. Yeah.
Remember Idle Hands?
Yeah, future cinephobe.
Indeed.
We brought it up many a time, but yeah, he had a great run. You know, Stan, Casper.
Final Destination.
Wild America, was he in that one?
Why was he just? I think it was because there was like a Stan mock, like fake parody video or something, or somebody brought it back. What happened? I don't know. I'm rambling. I am looking at a very weird picture of John Travolta and some facial hair and wig in a Devin Sawa movie. So there's that.
I hope he's not a Scientologist.
No, he makes multiple movies with Travolta now. That's his wheelhouse.
That's his lane. That's where he's chosen to.
That's where the checks are coming from.
That's where those checks are coming from, baby. All right. So, Zach, I want to hear about All Fantasy Everything in Phoenix.
Oh, Jesus, man. These Arizona crowds. First of all, they were great. Guys were great. Sean Jordan killed it. David Boyd killed it. Ian Carmel killed it. Aaron Edwards was doing guest spots for them. They all killed it. These guys don't do a lot. Like Sean doesn't do any political humor. David does a couple of jokes. Ian does a couple of jokes, but nothing like severe, right? And at least for Ian's jokes, they kind of make fun of both Biden and Trump. There are people that like I truly don't get this, where it's like you can't joke about anything I like. Like anything I like you just can't make a joke about it. Like there was a group
at a comedy show.
There was a group of like 4 older people, like probably in their 60s, who left when Ian was telling a joke. Like they just fucking left. And like there was some a Trump joke. And they were all like Ian handled it really well because there was some booing and stuff. Like nothing like crazy that's going to go viral or anything, but there's some booing, and he just like handled it like a pro. This one lady, he mentioned Trump, and this lady was like, "I love Trump," and he goes, "And I love you," right? Like he's just like disarming and charming and everything. But it like the horniest crowd I've ever seen. Like just people in their 50s,
white trash,
good-looking people in their 50s, just horned up. Like couples, like you can tell, like Yes. Like you can tell, like, oh, these 3 couples tonight are swapping at some point.
Yeah.
That came here together. Like it's just such a weird fucking place. We also went to the speakeasy. Like all this is in a mall, by the way. This comedy club was in a mall.
Nice.
It's a dry heat.
So. They had a speakeasy in the
Zach
mall.
wouldn't know anything about it. He's living in a humid place right now. So
yeah. And this speakeasy, we went there after the comedy club one night, and it was playing the loudest dubstep you can imagine, which I don't think you're allowed to call yourself. Way louder.
Wow.
Karma is a whisper compared.
Their speaker goes to 11.
But Arizona people are fucking weird, man. Like they are so aggressive and so weird. We were walking around like Old Town Scottsdale, which is just nothing but art galleries and like, here you can buy a poncho in this shop places. Like that's all it is. And I saw like there was this one, I don't know what, someone was waiting to like take a parking spot, and the guy behind them, I didn't see who was waiting, but I saw the car waiting, and the guy behind him just starts yelling out his window like, fucking learn how to drive, go back from where you came from or whatever. I'm like, I don't even know, I don't even think he could see them. That's just like a reflexive thing to yell out. It's insane. Like
just
Arizona,
in case you want to cover your bases.
I can't remember if it was in this chat or another chat, but someone called it the Florida of the West.
That was me.
That's you. 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
Very similar people. Tank tops.
It's the weirdest place you can be on the West Coast.
Tank tops.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nothing. No one
tank tops and flip flops.
That sums it all up, baby. Tank tops.
I saw a guy in a button-up shirt with no
men
sleeves.
in tanks. Yeah,
Wasn't Christian Bale's character in The Good Place from Arizona? Like she was a terrible person from Arizona.
And then my guy from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Bortles.
Oh man.
Bortles.
But it was such a fun weekend. Like we did a great draft. We drafted hotel stuff.
Nice.
A lot of sleeveless hoodies. Ugh.
Well, I used to wear sleeveless hoodies to play basketball, so we're not going to mock sleeveless hoodies.
There's
we are
hotel
though.
stuff.
We
like
are.
Things you can get at a hotel, doing things at hotels,
all that. Yeah. So like the first thing I picked was mirrors on the ceiling.
Nice. Yep.
What, you don't just have that at your apartment?
Better to haunt.
No, earthquake country. Shit gonna fall on me. Every once in a while, I'll like post like something where you can see part of my bedroom. People are like, oh, you don't have any art in there. You're like, you got to put stuff on the walls. Like, shit will fall if an earthquake happens. I'm not putting shit in my bedroom. It can go anywhere else in the apartment. I'm not putting shit up in my bedroom.
The Fall of the House of Usher?
Not yet. I love Carla Gugino too much. I'm worried that I'm gonna.
Spoiler alert! Someone dies by a mirror, a ceiling mirror.
I buy it.
Yeah.
And then guess what?
It was a pretty fun show. I liked it. It was a fun ride. Lots of murder eating in there. A lot of death.
I've heard, it's on the list. It's on the list. And I love the original. I love the source material. So I heard it strays pretty far from the source material, but
couldn't tell you, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, Eden, you remember Haunting of Hill House, right? We watched that show. Like, it's that guy, Mike Flanagan, and he's made 5 shows for Netflix now, and they're all
haunting this, haunting that.
Yeah. But I haven't gone back to his stuff in a while. But Zach, the hotel thing, I think they must have been drafting things on the road. I can't remember. But I will always remember, and Shane Torres has done this in his stand-up too, but he'll ask for 2 rooms or 2 beds in his room.
Yeah.
One bed is for sleeping, and the other bed is for getting naked and eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he'll just wipe his hands on the fucking blankets.
Well, I firmly believe if you don't have a hotel room that has like a really nice big king bed, you definitely get the 2 queen beds. Yeah. Because one's for sex and the other one's for sleeping.
Yep.
Oh, I just think of one for storage where I can throw all of my clothes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it essentially becomes a closet.
Yeah. And that's the one for lounging. Like if I'm still going to be like out and about, but it's like the other bed is like it's only for sleeping after like a shower.
Yeah.
But the other one is like, I can jump on the bed if I'm still, if I have pizza sauce on my hands. Clearly.
Special.
Yeah.
Pizza sauce. Why do you still have pizza sauce?
I don't know.
Where's your dad?
Just, one of those typical times where I just have pizza sauce still on my hands.
Well, it's, because she's got a chip Butty in each hand, so it's it's kind of hard to get a napkin going in that situation because you got to, one bite of one chip buddy, one bite of the other
no
chip
king
buddy.
shaming, Zach. Come on.
I've been craving a pizza for like 2 weeks.
What are you waiting for?
You live in New York.
You have access to pizza.
Is it because we talked about Pizza Hut last week?
No, it's because I ordered a pizza 2 weeks ago and then I was craving more pizza. And then I was like, I need to wait at least 2 weeks before ordering another pizza.
Well,
no, 1 week is fine.
You made it.
Okay,
you made
all
it
right,
2
then
weeks.
I can have it the next day.
TGI,
You're an adult.
TGIF,
You can do what you want.
All right.
So you do eat pizza, Mo. That's the one thing you do enjoy.
Love pizza.
No ranch, no weed, but pizza. Yes. Okay. Got it.
What's the last time you had pizza?
Probably a week ago.
Okay. Fine.
I love it that
guess
much.
you
About a week
love it
ago?
more than me. Yeah.
I love sushi. I eat it about 3 times a week.
Ooh.
I excuse me. We prefer do they?
What a burn.
Oh, good for you.
Just telling you, you don't really love pizza then.
Okay. Curb Your Enthusiasm has returned. Curb Your Enthusiasm is back. LD, Larry David. So the end of the episode, he brings Auntie Ray, who we haven't seen since the hurricane season where Leon is introduced down in Atlanta. She's waiting in line to vote. Larry brings her some water and gets arrested. And that is a real law.
It's a real law, yeah.
That's crazy.
And so that has to be part of the bigger plan for the season, right? Because like it was
should get you arrested.
Susie's outfit.
I was so upset by her outfit.
I love her like fashion over the last like 5
it's gotten
seasons.
crazier,
Like it's so out of control.
and crazier.
Oh,
But
that's great.
it reminded me of there was the whole season where, was it just last season where like you need the fence around your pool?
Yeah, that was last season.
Yeah.
So it's a very Larry thing now is to hone in on these weird laws.
Yeah, I think that, and plus the whole like you can't break up with Tracy Ullman until 6 months into
the sponsor
into recovery. Yeah,
but you're not supposed to. Well, I guess.
But she was already in a relationship when she
started recovery. Yeah, because you're supposed to wait a year.
Yeah,
you alcoholics know that, right?
I'd love that Katie, instead of sending a picture to the group chat, she just held her phone up to the camera.
Yeah. No, that was good. I like that.
Efficient.
It's for the YouTube, you know? Right. She's thinking about the
I need
people.
to know. I don't understand. So he lends her the glasses and they get stretched out and he can't keep them on his face.
Yep.
So then he borrows her glasses, but wouldn't they be her head size if they're her glasses? And why?
Because the frames were different.
Yeah.
As someone who sold glasses,
it wasn't pliable frames.
Right. It wasn't pliable frames. It was plastic frames. And those are much harder to stretch.
Okay. I mean, those
you can
are
do it, but they usually have to be heated up.
I only wish you did that, Zach, with your glasses on.
Yeah.
They're over there. If only I could reach them.
Yeah.
They're just looking at me.
But Eden, how did you feel about them essentially connecting so strongly to the last season, like with Tracy Ullman still being around and Maria Sophia being a star, and like they just picked her up right where they left off? Because normally it could just be they start wherever they want.
That's a good point.
Something totally different, yeah.
I mean, I will say that because it was so long ago. Yeah, oh my God, best character ever.
Our queen,
a legend.
Our queen,
yeah. MVP of last season, if you guys.
Her having a fucking corgi is so perfect.
Be nice to Pachuca.
Don't call Pachuca fat.
Don't call Pachuca fat.
Look, I call it fat. Won't react.
I actually, because last season was a while ago, and if I smoked weed, I would have smoked weed between now and then, but I don't smoke weed, so I, didn't.
Right. Your friends do though.
So yeah, my friends do. Yeah, I definitely remembered that it picked up where it left off.
If you drug test Eden, it's simply because she's been around weed smoke because her friends do it so much, but she does not.
Contact high, and it happens.
Hair test, contact high, it happens exactly. But I just feel like I just don't understand. Like, I feel like it's classic. It's classic Larry David, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna be like really sad when the season's over, but I haven't even I know we just started, but it's like already kind of like hitting me, and I'm like not
the final.
No, and I think I went into that as being I just feel like there was a sadness going into this season, and especially with Larry being so adamant that it is actually the last season because he's what, like 82 now or whatever. But
Roughly.
yeah.
Sounds like he's golfing every day.
He's probably like 78.
How
That's
old is
my
Larry
guess.
David?
Maybe 79.
The answer's going
I
to be
like
in
how
your
you use
Pro.
Siri for this.
76.
After
76?
him yelling
Really?
at fucking...
Holy shit.
After him fucking yelling at Siri, cunt! Cunt! Wolf's Glen!
He does. He has one of those jokes every kind of start of a season that's just very like. I didn't love that.
I didn't love it
kind of
either.
like he did it with the selfie stick.
Yeah,
where you like snap someone's selfie stick. Where I'm just like, that's kind of low hanging fruit. But
it
I get
reminded
like
me
his generation.
It reminded me of the Beloved Aunt episode where he writes the obituary, but he actually they put cunt.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and that's one of those scenes where it's like, Larry, just type it, right? Like, this is why I don't use Siri, Larry. Like, Siri's a dumb bitch, and she never gets it right.
I never use Siri.
Never.
Not like that, especially like that. No,
I'll
sometimes dictate my texts when I'm driving, but I'm not like, Siri, take me here. I just put it into my GPS. Yeah, because and when I do call her a stupid cunt, which happens, she's always like, I won't respond to that.
Do you think that's helping your case, Siri?
Yeah.
Would you like her to respond like a housewife?
Yeah.
That they're consistent about is that they're pretty good at converting the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's.
Are you giving her credit for that?
For a second, I thought Eden was talking about Curb, and I was like, I guess they do.
Yeah, I mean,
I just use that regularly, so that's the only thing I really use it for.
I want to see some Richard Lewis. Is he alive?
He's around. He'll be back. He was in
he looks dead
this season.
He looks bad.
He's looked pretty tough because I think it was last season was back.
Yeah,
and it was like because he had a health episode.
I saw him in person.
He was back
within the last year. I happened to see him in person. He looks bad. Oh my god.
But Zach and I talked a little bit about this on the OG pod this week. But the best scene by far is when he goes to get his money from the South African dude.
Oh my god!
And the guy's like, "You didn't really deliver at the party. Like you weren't cordial." And he's like,
That's what I am.
What's funny about the butt dial thing is
my dad
how do you butt dial on an iPhone?
Great
all
question.
The time my dad does, and I've asked him 1,000 times.
My mom does it too. That's why I didn't roll my eyes at that like that whole shtick. I was like, no, like it's legit. My mom does it every once in a while.
Yeah,
I get a butt dial.
My dad
4
does
out of 5 calls
WhatsApp.
from my dad are butt dials.
Yeah,
my dad will do a voice call to the family chat on WhatsApp where we're all like, and it won't stop. Like we'll turn it off, and then it keeps coming, keeps coming, back, and it's just like
I've definitely like accidentally called people from like my phone just being unlocked and in my hand, like while I'm out and about and I'm like juggling things. And it's just like somehow something accidentally touched the screen and will call some random person. Or if I'm like saying something in another language, my phone will be like, oh yeah, I'll call this person that you worked with at Abercrombie 20 years ago because it sounds somewhat like, I'm like, that was such a jump, but like, I'm not even asking you to call anyone. Yeah. It's like,
call Tad shirtless.
Like,
but I had a weird thing with like Instagram and actually like try to was just conversation with somebody I know I don't really know, but like back and forth messages, and then I like all of a sudden realized I hit the call button on Instagram and started freaking out, going, and it's a person like I don't really know that way anyways.
Oh yeah.
And it was like a very just like, oh, that's cool, whatever bullshit kind of conversation.
But
and I was just like, yeah, I'm never talking to that person
in those situations, I feel like, so in the situation where you accidentally call someone, I'm like, oh shit, of course you hang up right away. But then you're like, do you send the awkward text that's like, hey, I didn't mean to call you? Or do you take the risk that they didn't get the call, the call didn't ring long enough to actually go through, and then hope that they never got the call?
You don't have to over-explain it. You don't. If they ask, hey, did you call me? So, no, accidentally hit the button. That's all it has to happen.
Instagram says the thing on the message though of like voice called ended or whatnot. So now I'm like,
that's what I was thinking. It's like,
can you
there's a record of it. Like, can I unsend that message? Unsend it.
It's there, and I'm just like,
I never like butt dial anyone, but I'll do the thing where I look down at my watch and it's been like, recording everything I've been saying for the last like 30 seconds. I'm like, listen, bitch, this is not your business. I'm not talking to you. It's
There's
very
something
invasive.
in the latest update that makes it like voice like
activated.
the voice activated to even text messages. Like all of a sudden I'll look and it'll be like recording the recording line. Like
the buttons must have moved around or something with the update, because I find myself accidentally starting a voice memo a lot, and I don't really do voice memos because I think it's selfish of other people's time.
Yeah. And also with the latest iOS update, like iOS 17 update, typos are like happening way more than they used to, I feel.
What are you laughing
What's wrong with me?
Okay, so the voice memo thing. So my friend's ex-boyfriend has a habit of getting home after being at the bars or whatever, and then recording a voice memo to send.
Oh no.
And the best part of it is that they're living artifacts that never go away. So it's not like a text message where it's like, oh, you bury it with other texts or, whatever. No, it's like a minute and a half of him talking. So like he sent me one like once upon a time, but they live in this neighborhood where essentially there's like 4 places to go. So one of our friends, whenever she's on a date, she sees this dude also on a date. And so the last time they went out, she ran into him. It was awkward, blah, blah, blah. I think they were both on first dates. Then she gets home. Hours later, he sends her a fucking voice memo. And he's like, yeah, that was so random and awkward running into each other like that. That dude you were with, he was pretty cool. Like, he looked like he gives pretty good mustache rides, like free or even 10 cents. What does that even mean?
Wait,
he looks like he
That's
gives
someone you need to block. That's that's
weird. Did you miss all of this, Zach?
Yeah, he did. Right. It was right when you were getting up.
Ex-boyfriend of a friend leaves kind of half drunk voice memos when he gets home at night. It's like a habit that he has, is instead of texting or whatever, he'll just ramble for like a minute and a half. And so he ran into a friend on a date. Well, she was on a date. He was on a date. He sent her a voice memo later, and he's like, yeah, your date looked pretty cool. Like, Betty gives good mustache rides, like free or even 10 cents.
Yeah, you block that person. They're going to kill you.
But it's fodder for her to throw that into the group chat with his ex-girlfriend.
Her ex-boyfriend?
Ex-boyfriend, yeah.
She needs to make sure she's still not sharing her location with him.
No, he's not a creep. He's like an ultimate doormat guy.
All right.
Her other ex-boyfriends since that guy are way more like, you need to be concerned about this. That dude is like he's a doormat.
They're gonna get married.
He's a nice guy. He's like a super nice guy.
The mustache ride guy is the nice one.
He's just has no comic timing. I don't know what type of joke he was trying to make.
Why are you even sending her voice memos about the day? That's so weird.
Yeah, Mo, why are you doing that?
Because you keep running into this person because there's 4 places to go in the sunset. It's great. But yeah, that's what I think of when you said like I accidentally send voice memos to people or whatever.
How do you on like Instagram?
No, I don't send them on accident on my phone. It'll start to record, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah, that happens to me too.
The one thing that does happen to me a little bit, product of everybody putting me in their phone as Mo. I get a lot of calls when people are trying to call their mom.
Yeah.
We're like, and then they realize that they stop, and I'll be like, "Are you trying to call me or your mom?" Like it happens at least once a month.
Damn.
Mom, Dactyl. I'm changing.
No, they don't.
I'm changing that.
The last name.
Contact to that right now. Hey, Mom, Dactyl. How's it going?
I'm just saying, it happens. It happens.
I bet it does. You're right above my mom. Yeah, I get it. You're right here. That's tough, man. Yeah, there's no like. What's the closest one for dad? Like. It couldn't be Daniel or David because that'd be after. It'd have to be something before D. So, Dabney, all those Dabneys in your phone.
Yeah.
So many Dabneys.
Or maybe your Dada sales rep.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. All right. Deli Platter says, "What's your go-to drink at a gas station?" We'll wrap on this.
Gasoline.
Just
bleach
straight from the spout.
Yep.
I guess like I usually just get like water, or if I'm stopping at a gas station on like a road trip, I'm getting like a Red Bull or like a Starbucks like espresso in a can thing to just jolt me awake. But yeah, I don't do a whole lot of like shopping at gas stations anymore.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing like a Diet Dr. Pepper, maybe. I like a Diet Cherry Pepsi. Don't judge. No kink shaming.
Judged.
Yeah.
Judged.
Well, Mo, let's take it easy, Mo. Because
very specific.
No, I've gotten the brunt of it from everybody on here.
Love a Gatorade Zero.
What? A Gatorade Zero?
Gatorade Zero.
Did not know that was a thing. Wow.
Yeah,
what?
Me neither.
I clearly listen. Once I ditched the car, I no longer have to go to gas stations. So
there used to be a pear flavored Red Bull that was so fucking good, and they got rid of it. And I miss it.
I agree. Yeah,
it was
I hate it when they do like limited flavors and it's like so good.
So Eden, the version of this for you is like stopping at like a bodega, right?
Yeah.
So what are you getting there? Like that's your gas station now.
Okay, like I will say, my guilty pleasure is like a Coke slushie. Like I love
a Coke slushie. Fucking bangs.
I like an icy, like the polar bear kind.
Yep. Yeah.
The red
I get that at a movie theater every time.
Or I'll do like red and Coke.
Yep. Well, you do the Coke and then you splash a little cherry in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like a red blue
the blue
mix.
sometimes varies like from place to place. So if it's like the good blue raspberry, then yeah. But sometimes like I think I had the blue and it was like bubblegum flavored and it was not.
Oh
no. It was not the right. It was not the right slushy experience.
It has to be the icy brand. But I hate when you go when you're in the mood for it and that light's flashing and you're like,
I know, but like I feel like the light is always flashing. But yeah, I love that's my guilty pleasure, like gas station, bodega, 7-Eleven is like
an icy is delicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Icy, a Coke or lemon lime Gatorade if I'm really in need of electrolytes.
I fuck with a fountain Sprite every once in a while.
Okay. But it has to be
like I like the fountain Sprite. Yeah.
The fountains though are so unpredictable when it comes to gas stations.
That's true. Yeah. McDonald's.
Like, I don't want to roll the dice.
McDonald's.
Exactly.
McDonald's fountain drinks, period. Because their Coke too is unbelievable.
They're the best one.
Yeah.
They're the best one by far.
Yeah. McDonald's Diet Coke and that the orange high C.
You know what?
Orange
in those
lava burst?
in those soda machines where you just like push the buttons at the digital screen and everything.
Yeah.
The cherry Coke in that one, next level.
Oh,
next
really?
Level.
Better than classic.
Better than classic. Yeah.
I might have to try that.
Those. They often have too many flavors.
Way too many flavors.
It becomes a problematic thing.
Yeah. I mean, cherry Coke that's a top 3 soda for me.
Yeah. I wish they would make a cherry Coke icy. Like I know we can make your impromptu one sort of.
We have to have but the technology has to exist.
Yeah.
It exists. There's a market for it.
Yeah.
We're mixing that shit anyway. Like
if we can walk around New York City with goggles looking like maestros
on 1,000 milligrams.
Exactly.
Hey man, look. Put
I want that so bad.
Cherry Coke icy machine on the Vision Pro, and suddenly you might have some more interested customers. I mean, I find myself staring at the walls of
it is
drinks
overwhelming
in a gas station. I don't have a go-to anymore. It used to be a vanilla Coke. I guess I would probably trend toward like a bubbly water. They don't have the Topo Chicos that I want, so I'll have to get like a Perrier or something like that. And
you just out here just drinking sparkling?
Sometimes I just want I want carbonation, but I don't want soda.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I do a ginger ale if I have to. Sometimes
ginger ale.
Sometimes I'm feeling like a grape soda or an orange soda.
I'm not feeling strong about any of these choices, Zach. That's what I mean. If I'm on a road trip and I'm in a gas station now, I'm looking at all the options. The safest is probably a Sprite.
There are people who claim that carbonated water, sparkling water, will quench your thirst more. It makes me thirstier.
Yeah, it usually has sodium carbonate in it.
It makes me so much thirstier than had I not had any water at all.
Yeah.
So I don't buy
about
that
a
when people
thirst
say
quench.
that.
It's definitely more about like
The sparkling effect for me.
bubbles.
I
and-
want the
that's
carbonation. Yeah.
yeah, but I think that's big sparkling getting to people in like a guerrilla type of marketing
Yeah.
Big
campaign.
sparkling.
You know?
Well, then people
Gotta
drink
watch out for
way
that
too
guy.
much of it, and it fucks with like one of my friends had to stop drinking it like seltzer because like putting holes in their stomach. Like
What?
yeah, you can't be drinking all that carbonation, dude. Ask Mary Cosby; it hardens your ovaries, right, Mo?
Oh God, that woman! Don't.
Well,
get me
that's
started
going to do
on
it for
that.
us this week on the mailbag. Thank you so much for listening to the Patreon section. Tune in again next week for more Karma updates, more Vision Pros, and more of your questions answered.